Hello everybody, I'm Henry Lee, blueheronarts.com. I'm now going to record the carving process of a name seal for JP in France. Actually, I have a commission of two seals. Here are the stones and the design. JP wants his name to be carved in two columns. The first column on the right is last name Fu, and the two characters on the left column reads in Chinese Ran Bo. So we designed one design in the yin carving style or negative carving, and the second in the yang or positive style. Mr. Fu Ranbo or JP has done his thorough research. Obviously, he asked me to make this carving more in the what we call the full white manbai, meaning full or fat, white stroke. So that gives a little less red, compared with the normal weight. This is already not the thinnest white style, but considered like a medium or average. This is more what we call the full white style. So the next design is a thin red that balance each other, and we have three options for him, and he picked this one and this one. So this will create a set of seals. You don't have to use it together. Obviously, it's the same, but it just shows you the varieties of styles. You can have thin white or fat white, if you like. So I'm going to do the full white design. This is very classical Han Chinese seal script. I use the process to transfer the print onto the stone with a special liquid called acetone. It's a nail polish remover, and you just put the laser print on the stone and then pour some liquid and then rub it with plastic or with hand. So it will create an imprint on the stone in mirror image. I will carve it carefully along the margin, so to create a white stroke. Because the stroke is so broad, so it will take many cuts, and so I start from the margin, the edge. Because this is a full white, you need to make the cut as close as possible to the edge of the design. You can always broaden it, but don't lose the little red points, the left to define the strokes. So that's very subtle. So you need to be careful to save the islands in the broad white stroke. You don't have to be exact, because the nature of the stone, it's not even, so you have to go with accidental effects sometimes. colors. As long as it's natural, it will look nice. So I have to save the 2 red points. You can do a little bigger than you want. Then you use small knife and or use the tip of the knife to kind of trim it later, fine tune later. So I just do some major strokes first and then fine tune. The client wants the stroke to be very broad white, so we try to keep that in mind. This is called full white. So the seal will look almost like a red stroke, thin, fine red stroke. It's not as normal. It's a very distinctive style. Cool. I have to do the basic stroke first to make sure the like 70% is done. Then I'll do the rest 30% with great care and the details. If you work on detail, then something happens, you have to do it again, because the fine tuning may require more than half of the time. So do this major layout first. And there are some strokes merge here, so we need to do that. Okay, now it's like a normal cut. So we need to broaden each stroke to make the red as little as possible. Don't be afraid to merge some of the strokes. You cannot really see what I'm working on, so I'm going to stop the camera and come back in about half an hour. Alright, now I'm in the process of making a first imprint or impression. The black is the design, the proof image I did on the computer. And here's the real stone. There's always some accident with the stone, accidental effects that we cannot control. So you see how close that could be. This is a full white or fat white stroke, if you will. So the purpose is to make the white bigger and the red as little as possible. Still maintain the character structure. It's very difficult to save the little white, little red among the white. So that's why it takes a long time. And the white carving or negative carving is actually more difficult because you use deduction. You cannot add on it if you take out anything. You have to erase it. So let me try again. In this style, you don't have to press that hard to keep the red minimum. So just press evenly. Not press too hard. When you press hard, the red will be more. So that's nice, right? This fault is on the stone. There's a crack here, so it's just part of the natural beauty of this art. So the fault is sometimes, if not there, we may lock it to make it look more natural. Okay, let me make an official imprint in my collection album. And I have made recently a new ebook. It's called A Collection of Seal Imprints of Henry Lee. You can check the link in the video description. It has all the previous imprints made, about 270 of them, and 207 are with video links. So there's an ebook. If you click on the image, you would lead to one of these video documentary like this one you're watching, so you can see the process of carving and learn about it. So this one will be in my next volume. Because the print could be, the imprint could be very different with different ink, different process, and making it. So the artist impression is always the official. If you cannot make as good as this, you need to just practice. And the paper, the padding, and and the ink paste all contributes to the final artistry of this imprint. Okay. Also, I'd like to make an official stamp for JP in France. This is a special fine rice paper. It's good for making rubbings and seal imprints. Okay. Now I'm going to carve the second one with the yarn design. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching.